Hey Adventure. I don't know if it's a me problem. Hey Adventure. I don't know if it's a me problem or you had similar experience. But you know, when you see a recommendation for a book and then you add it to your TBR, but your TBR is really long. So you decide to, alright, I will read it in a couple of months, perhaps 6. But you already know the description of the book and you've seen the cover and you see more and more reviews where people praise the book. And then in your head you start creating this amazing picture, just how it's the best text that was ever written. Well, essentially you write your own book in your head, but you still haven't read the actual book itself, the actual story. And then you just
keep thinking how you will connect with the characters, how it will be a life-changing experience and perhaps the best experience of your life in the end.
Well, that happened to me with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So I built up this picture, right? And then when I started reading that book in the end of April, it sucked. I couldn't. It was so bad. And it felt really bad because I created these high expectations and, well, they were not met. In the beginning, I couldn't connect with Emily as the character and the world, and I don't know, it just felt like everything well, it was bad, or it felt bad, and everything was annoying. And then when Wendell entered the picture, I don't know, it felt bad. And then I went into the biggest reading slump this year. It took me about almost 3 weeks to read the book. And actually right now I realized that I never read the description of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and I will do it right now. Curmudgeonly professor. I actually am not sure how to read that word. Professor journeys to a small town in the far north to study fairy folklore and discovers dark magic, friendship, and love in the start of the heartwarming and enchanting new fantasy series. Cambridge professor Emily Wilde is good at many things. She is the foremost expert on the study of fairies. She is a genius scholar and a meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. She could never make small talk at a party or even get invited to one, and she prefers the company of her books, her dog, and the fair folk. Also, the dog is pretty awesome, I gotta admit. So when she arrives in the hardscapal village of Hrafnsvik, Emily has no intention of befriending the gruff townsfolk, nor does she care to spend time with another new arrival, her dashing and insufferably handsome academic rival Wendell Bumblebee, who manages to charm the townsfolk, get in the middle of Emily's research, and utterly confound and frustrate her. So, essentially, that's the setup of the story. And I'm pretty happy that I didn't push myself to just power through the book. And honestly, at the same time, when I went into the reading slump, I didn't push myself to just read the book and be done with it. I took my time, and well, at the same time, I started a new playthrough in Baldur's Gate 3 with Dark Urge, and well, obviously at that point, choosing between the game I love and the book I am not happy about, it was a no-brainer. I was playing Dark Urge playthrough. But something interesting happened while I gave myself time to read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies over a long period of time. I realized that it wasn't that bad. And actually, by the end of the book, so when I cooled down a little bit and I just I accepted, I guess, the story, the way it was unfolding, and the characters, the way they were. I really, really enjoyed it, actually. I think it was really funny. I even laughed a couple of times, and it was a really, really big contrast to the beginning of the book when I was just ranting about it all the time. And in the end, it was pretty good. So good that I'm actually going to continue with the series, although not now. I will wait a little bit, but without doing the building up the expectations. So I guess the lesson is do not build high expectations, and well, I guess it works for everything in life, but books especially.